Good day, it is I, VictorFairfellow, reporting from my desert bunker. And yes, the crazy liberals are out to get me. They want to get rid of free speech in this nation, but I stand against them and their fairness doctrine and will continue to podcast every time I feel necessary. We'll bring you news from the week or just rant about what is going on in America. Of course, the last of which I will do today. So here we go again, boys and girls. ABC News reports a 50% increase in gasoline and diesel fuel taxes is being urged by a federal commission to finance highway construction and repair until the government devises another way for motorists to pay for the using of public roads. Pay to use public roads is just fine. But why do we need to increase 50% in our gasoline tax that we already pay? Don't they have enough taxes the way it is? Over in California, they have plenty of taxes being income from the citizens of that fair state, but they actually have been considering cutting parts of their education because they can no longer fund it. The Republicans, being somewhat conservative for once, say that we do not have the money. And of course, the liberal Dems are continuing to rant on about how the Republicans do not care about education. But if you don't have the money, how can you do something? I would love to have a Ferrari. I would love to have a Mercedes, something expensive. But do I just go out and buy one? No, I don't. I don't have the money. If you don't have the money, you don't do it. You have to make cuts somewhere. So why? Don't they have enough taxes the way it is? Have they not seen the economic recession the Dems have talked us into? Another matter entirely. Why would they want to do something as horrendous as raise taxes? Well, this is their reason. With motorists driving less and buying less fuel, the current 18.4 cents a gallon tax, that's right, that's what you pay at the pump, or for you truckers and diesel truck drivers, 24.4 cents a gallon diesel tax, will fail to raise enough to keep pace with the cost of road, bridge, and transit programs. Many Americans are driving less and switching to more fuel-efficient cars and trucks, and a shift to new fuels and technologies like plug-in hybrid electric cars will further erode gasoline sales. So there we go. Why are Americans driving less? Why are Americans switching to more fuel-efficient cars? Because you dim-witted Dems yelled at them and ordered them to.
I didn't do it.
The little snot-nosed tree huggers wanted more fuel-efficient cars so we have a cleaner environment, so we could live with the gas prices being so high. Well, guess what? It's there to slap them in the face. The thing you've got to understand about Dems is they just can't do the simple and wise thing. They have to choose a far-out, complicated journey which borderlines taking your rights away, so they can say at the end, they have healed America, when in fact they have eroded what America stands for: liberty, freedom, pursuit of happiness, a free economy. Well, as you know, Republicans wanted to drill for oil here in the United States. Well, why? So we can inject the global market with more supply. Dems will keep contesting that the more supply you put into the market, it will not change price. Guess what? With a high demand and a high supply, you will have a better chance of meeting the equilibrium point where everyone is happy. The oil companies are happy at giving something away at X amount of dollars, and the consumer, you at the pump, are willing to pay X amount of dollars per gallon and walk away happy. That's high school economics, ladies and gentlemen. The know-it-all liberals would love to chime in. Oh, Victor, but OPEC mandates global price. Wrong. If I own a bakery and my competition is selling a loaf of their finest bread at $5 a loaf, you bet I'm going to sell a comparable loaf of bread for less. Why? Because the market is all about how much can I get with my money and at what quality. Our oil is good quality. Check. How much can they get, you the consumer? Well, a nice conservative bet is about 896 billion barrels. That's in America. That's in Anwar, where they have 10 billion barrels about. The Rockies, yes, the Rockies, ladies and gentlemen, have 800 billion, and offshore has 86. And if you had to do the math, we import about 20 million barrels a day from someplace else. That's the competition. We could supply ourselves and others and make them pay a price which is lower than OPEC's. Well, what's going to happen then? Well, besides possible war, because we all know that war is triggered because of monetary greed. OPEC will lose some hefty customers and come to American oil companies who are becoming rich off domestic oil. Then OPEC, of course, trying to get their customers back so they can make some money, will lower its prices and give different services to customers to get them back. That's the market. Because of the puny-minded Dems, we have been not able to participate in it. When you want to get rid or change a business, you simply don't buy from it. You go, if you're looking for a computer and Best Buy doesn't have what you want, you go to Circuit City. You go to some other local store you know about. You go to Walmart. Well, that's another entirely different topic, but we'll just keep it at that. You go to their competition to buy it. You go find other good quality products at a lower price. If they have no competition, like currently for oil, Venezuela's a competition, but Venezuela won't give us any oil, so only OPEC's going to give us anything. So if they have no competition like we are in right now, you can't do anything but buy from the guy you hate. Bad thing is, oil is inelastic. People need it so bad, they will pay high price to get some of it, because it is a necessity. So we don't have to be spending all this money on OPEC and their taxes they put on our government. We can drill our own gas, not only oil, but natural as well. Well, that's what Republicans do. But no! Let's blame somebody. Let's see. If I were a Democrat, who makes a product which burns a lot of fossil fuels? The auto industry. Yes, those crazy capitalistic CEOs who take those $1 million bonuses, who do nothing but sit on their fanny at their desks doing paperwork and laughing as they emit smoke into the air which clogs our lungs. By the way, most of the Dems do drive some gas-guzzling automobiles themselves, such as Nancy Pelosi and Harry Reid. So what do? They make sure GM and Ford and Chrysler are making fuel-efficient cars. They put specifications and restrictions on how they make their automobiles, partly for your safety, I will agree, but as far as environmentalism, it goes way too far. Low-emission cars so that everyone can breathe better and not pay so much at the pump so frequently. This is where laws are not always economy safe. Because now we have about $1.75 a gallon gas. People can fill up their huge SUVs for about $25. That's pretty good considering a few months ago you used to pay $60 to $80 to fill up your SUV. And that's not all. Just like people from the Great Depression learned and carried on traits which saved them money. Back then it was probably making sure the clerk did not mischarge them for a meal or a retail item, and making sure they count all their money and keep it in a safe place so they can save as much as they can and cut costs and going into town. We drive less because we have set ourselves in a rut of saving gas and money, not making trips into town so frequently, spending more time with the family at home. These are some good practicing habits. But guess what? Individuals can set their own laws, and it is economy safe. If they save a little money in the bad times, they will save the more in the good times. Why stop that? More money is more buying power. Now, if only the Dems would just leave it up to the people, and if the people would stop thinking that the president and the government has full control of the economy. Honestly. No one has full control of the economy. It is the ultimate balance. One party does not have all the power, nor does the other. It is all a process. The supplier supplies, and the demanders demand. If the demanders don't have a great demand, the suppliers won't supply so much, and they won't supply it at a high price. The president, honestly, ladies and gentlemen, can only suggest and introduce a few things to influence the economy to make it better or worse. Because once this president starts making mandates, it usually spells bad news for America. Partly because it's communism. Don't be surprised if you see $2.50 a gallon. It'll become the new $1.75. Hey, it's the same price. It's just taxed more. Thank you very much for listening to Vic Underground.